Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 3. We are in Heimdall and I think for today we're gonna have a really fun episode because it's time for the reunion of the old Class 7. So we're gonna meet up with everyone. Hopefully we'll pick who Rean's gonna take to the Summer Festival. Because I think at some point we have to make a choice. I don't think it's determined it has to be Elvin. That aside, and there's a good chance that Gaius will tell a story there while everybody's present, and maybe we'll find out whether or not he was blessed by the goddess or something like that, because something is going on and I'm very curious to see what that is. So let's get into the guild building and start our night. Yes, it's livable again. The guild crashed. They put it up again. And I sense a lot of people inside. Yeah, the guild branch is back again in Heimdall.
Ah, there he is. Come in, come in!
Pardon me?
Rean! You're finally here!
Oh. Guess I'm last. Sorry to have kept you.
No worries. You're right on time.
Besides, we all know you had your field exercises to deal with.
Well, as fully grown members of society and working professionals, we should be in the habit of arriving 10 minutes early.
Says the man who waltzed in a mere 5 minutes ago.
The guild branch's reopening came at a good time.
Yes, I'm sure most restaurants are completely full around now.
I can hardly believe we were all finally able to meet up again.
I know, right? Especially since we're all so dang busy these days.
That's right. We'll certainly have a lot to talk about tonight. Good grief.
Now, everyone. No need to dive into the serious stuff right away. Come on, it's our first big reunion since you all graduated. Let's cut loose a little.
Yes, she brought the
Perhaps
alcohol.
it would be best to start this reunion with a series of tender embraces. And not just among the women, of course. All your male classmates should enjoy the comfort of each other's arms, too.
What?
Not on my
Hell
life!
no!
Sharon!
Same as ever.
Yes, it's almost a little surprising.
The time and place may be different, but in the end, we're all the same people.
Well, we have all been chatting it up on that app of ours.
When you put it that way, it kind of takes the drama out of things.
Yeah, back once again to have a great night.
Fee, you grew taller.
Elisa, you grew even prettier. And Emma, you grew even chestier.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't mention that.
That hairstyle makes you look like an old man.
Dude, you're one to talk!
Rean, you and Gaius are just way too tall now.
Don't worry. I think I'm done growing now.
Out of all of us, you seem to have grown the least, Milliam.
Excuse you! I grew one whole reach!
We finally fulfilled our promise.
Yeah. Elisa, everyone, thanks.
Oh, please. For what?
It's not like we all got together just for your sake, you know.
Machias is blushing.
Well, we are celebrating Rean's graduation too.
Yes. After we had left, he stayed behind to uphold the spirit of Class 7.
Not to mention he's the one in charge of the next generation of Class 7ers.
It's been said before, but you truly are the core of our group, Rean.
Thank you for everything.
You guys.
We're starting to sound way too sappy.
Starting to. You guys have all been like this for years.
I suppose there's no avoiding it. Today especially.
In any event, we have the party set up in the back. I've prepared more than enough alcohol, so please enjoy provided you're old enough.
Oh man, I get to have Sharon's cooking again.
I can't wait.
I knew I smelled something tasty.
Alright, give me the biggest, frothiest mug of beer you got!
You're nowhere near being old enough to drink.
I'm pretty sure she sneaked one in every once in a while. Just because she's curious. And cause Lecter thinks it's funny. They all proceeded to savor the delicious meals Sharon had prepared for them. Between bites and compliments to the chef, they shared what they'd been doing since they last met up. They also had their fill of beer, some more than others, while the younger members enjoyed soft drinks. Together they flipped through the album Toa had given Rean and reminiscent about the past. Afterwards, (9:30 p.m.) Oh, the night is just starting, come on. I believe I shall excuse myself now. Please enjoy the rest of your time here together, everyone. Thanks for all the food, Sharon. Yeah, it was delicious. Oh, let's go drinking together again sometime. Alright, see you later. Is your mom going to be arriving here in Heimdall soon, Alyssa? Yeah, she's taking a red-eye flight here from with grandfather. Both of them were invited to the party being held at the palace. It's likely Sharon went to pick them up. However, it's just as likely she simply wishes to give us privacy. Well, I suppose. After all, she's at least a little bit related to the things we're planning to talk about tonight. Yeah, I agree. Man, she's getting way too caught up in the past. Oh yeah, have we checked this place for bugs, mix and all that surveillance-y stuff yet? Yep, top to bottom. There were many such devices found in Heimdall over the course of the day. Most of them hidden in government buildings. Well, the Imperial Chronicle office too. With that in mind, we should get down to business. Indeed. Let us begin. A year ago, when all of us, save Rean, were allowed to graduate early, we promised each other that after 1 year had passed, we would have a reunion. Yeah, it felt so long ago, but time has really flown since then. Identify the path Erebonian is headed down and determine how Class 7 will act. That's what you said we'd do. Yes, the night after we survived the trial of the Reverie Corridor. When I first heard you say it, it sounded like your usual nonsense. To be fair, though, we all had a bad feeling. The things we heard in the Infernal Castle the day we lost Crow. Yeah, and everything that Chancellor Osborne and the Governor General said. About the direction they're leading Erebonian in. And about the phantasmal blaze plan the Chancellor stole from Ouroboros. We need to worry about both what's happening on the surface and what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. Well, all the stuff we heard about then is finally starting to happen now. Indeed, the incidents that occurred this spring are proof. Let's begin by discussing the political situation occurring publicly. Yeah, I'm not really in any place to say it, but things have gotten pretty darn bad. Well, I'm also curious what the role Ouroboros and Calvert play behind the scenes in the Northern War. And the Imperial government's military decisions lately are just as suspicious. Well, 12 of those new model railway cannons have been completed already. The 4 of them used to attack orders were carried to Crossbell. They carried those enormous things all the way from the canyon? Well, the way I heard it, they had a brand new airship with more than enough muscle for the job. A 250 Arch class ship called the Gargantua, I think. Well, I've heard that name before. Oh, and it seemed like they're working on making even more of them. Well, all the audits happening all over the place lately made me realize. Mira, people, information. They're all being channeled into a few key projects. The 8th Metropolis plan especially. All the tax money in the entire empire has been consolidated in Heimdall and converted into a never before seen amount of military funds. Well, it seems pretty clear what's going on. Yeah, all these things point to the same goal. The invasion of the Republic of Calvert. There's no mistaking it. Yeah, and that's probably the reason why Calvert has been sending spies into Heimdall as well. Because they see it's going on, they see all the funding getting to this central point, and they need to figure out what's going on, how to defend themselves, or to prepare at least for what's coming. So it's not weird that they're here. Yeah, well, Calvert spies being here only serves to reinforce that hypothesis. So that means their goal is not sabotage, but gathering information. Yeah, if they actually went and did anything, the war would be on right then and there. They're probably trying to figure out a D-Day when the invasion plan to start. Just like I thought. Touring around the Empire, I heard rumors here and there suggesting there'd be a war. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if my mother knew about this already too. Between the railway cannons, the new airships and the mass production of tanks and panzer soldates, there's no way she could have dreamed all this project without knowing what they were for. Well, on top of that, there's a huge factory being constructed in Crossbell. But given all that, the question becomes why? War between these massive countries could ravage most of the continent. Well, it is true that Erebonian Calvert has been at it like cats and dogs for hundreds of years, but are they really just going to throw down? A war that size will bring international trade to a screeching halt, so none of the other countries are going to be too pleased. Well, besides, in order to start a war, they need authorization from the Emperor. There's no way he'd allow it without justification. Well, that wasn't an issue for the invasions of Crossbell and Northumbria. The justification was fabricated, and the statements from other countries were shut down. The one who set all this up is none other than Gilead Osborne. As his son, I think I have a unique understanding of how dangerous that man is. Rean, you don't need to worry so much about that. Well, I feel the same way about my older brother, Rufus Alberea, the head of the Ironbloods. I suspect he's no more nor mere confident. I wouldn't be surprised to discover that he was who laid the plans for the invasions and the early stages of war. Yeah, I say the odds are pretty good. Recently he's been acting pretty secretive with me. He's even been keeping stuff from Clara Lecter. Well, the most important thing being information about the Black Workshop. That name again. Yet another group lurking in the shadows of civil war. Both my brother and the Black Rabbit were lent to the Noble Alliance. Well, if the invasion is the service stuff, those guys are definitely one of the behind the scenes topics. And that said, the two are more tightly woven together than ever now. Well, I think it's safe to say, now that the Black Workshop is related to the gnomes who once fought the Hexen clan, It seems they've got ties with Ouroboros and have sided with Chancellor Osborne. They also hired the boss and that masked guy. He called himself Azure Siegfried, right? I can't believe it, but... both the masked man and the Jaeger King flew off in what appeared to be divine nights. Between them and the maiden, I get the feeling something especially ominous is building. Yeah, it all reminds me of the circumstances that led to the War of the Lions and the arrival of the Infernal Castle. Something buried deep in Erebonian's history and connected to the Divine Knights. Well, I discovered this while searching for my sister. I have mentioned that the spirits in Erebonian have begun to pulse faster and faster. Just like during the Civil War. No, just like the Wars of the Lions 250 years ago. Following the annexation of Crossbell and Norambria, it's only starting to speed up. It's this quickening of spirit veins that's causing the cryptids, magic knights, and the scarlet paroma grass to appear. Well, I suspected as much. A link between the surface and what's happening beneath. From the sound of it, the only one who knows the full truth of Vita, Chancellor Osborne, Ouroboros, and the Black Workshop. Man, I wish my memory hadn't been erased. It's so frustrating not being able to remember anything from back then. I'm sure homunculi and combat shells are super connected to all that behind the scenes stuff. Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot. The Black Workshop was where you were created, Milliam. Yep, I am an homunculus, so I'm technically not human. But besides the part of me that lets me link with Lamia, my DNA is pretty much the same as yours. I'm starting to think my growth was stunted though. Don't know how long my lifespan's supposed to last either. Milliam. Well, I've heard a bit about that. The Black Workshop. Unforgivable. Yeah, I'm glad we got Milliam and Altina from there, but I cannot forgive them for playing with someone's life like that. Yeah, I've been starting to think that recently too. Like, I'm fine with whatever happens to me, but I'm worried about Tilly. I see. It seems you have grown after all. Oh right, we've got some information from the branch campus earlier. Why don't you tell us the details, Rean? Ah, you mean about the cemetery? Oh, yeah, that. We got the same report in the intelligence division. What happened? So, try to stay calm, everyone. Rean explained what happened during the day's special operations missions, and finished his story with mention of what they found at Crow's grave. Are you kidding me? And Angelica's brooch was there too? From the sound of it, everything leads back to the Black Workshop. Well, considering how the boss came back to life, maybe the same thing happened with Crow. Well, both of them are working for the Black Workshop. No, the gnomes. Are you saying they brought both of them back to life? Emma, do you know of any spell capable of performing such a feat? Well, there is a forbidden spell known as a False Soul, but it was only ever attempted by wizards in the Dark Ages, and it's never once successfully resurrected anyone. It was said that most of the subjects became fiends known as Nosferatu, vampires. And who do we know that resembles a vampire? Yeah, it's all connected. That name rings a bell. If I recall correctly, that was the name of the creature we encountered at Lohengrin Castle. That monster. Oh yeah, it was technically called a Nosferatu. True. The Jaeger King and the Masked Men are certainly nothing like that abomination. I guess there's a chance that the gnomes were somehow able to perfect the spell. But I doubt it. True resurrection is something only the goddess is capable of. I see. Trying to think about this stuff is making my head spin. Well, either way, something very strange is going on right now. And in the midst of it, Angelica and George have both gone missing. About that, I'm having the guild's informant look into their disappearances. Tell Toa to stay strong. Understood. Many mysteries yet remain, but that should be sufficient for today. No. This is not sufficient. There's one more topic I want to breach. That's Gaius. What has he been up to? He said he was going to tell us as soon as the entire class was together. So, give us the dirt, Gaius. We're starting to piece things together little by little. Indeed, we should continue to look into the matters until all is made clear. Now we need to decide as a class what action we should take.
There are two things for sure. We need to stop the war that's been building on the surface before it starts. And at the same time, we need to find out what's been going on behind the scenes and prevent whatever disasters being planned.
I agree completely.
Everything else might be really complicated, but those two goals are set in stone.
This is something only we can figure out, thanks to each of us having branched out on our own.
If we each make the most of our unique situations and pool information,
together, we will be able to overcome any obstacle we may come across.
Right, no matter whether it's on the surface or behind the scenes.
We don't have many allies, nor are we alone.
Agreed. Let us find those willing to aid our cause. Wait, Milliam, are you okay with all of this? You do realize, standing with us will eventually mean standing against your fellow Ironbloods.
that's right. Fighting cryptids and magic knights is one thing, but...
Think this over and tell us what you want to do, Milliam.
I think in the end, she will choose Class 7 and Tilly.
You're gonna ask me that now?
Huh?
Milliam? I don't remember anything before the past 5 years. But I started to think about some stuff. Like what I am, and what it means to feel sadness. I've been thinking about this stuff ever since I met you guys 2 years ago. I want to learn more about myself. I want to keep being your guys' friend. I like Gramps and Claire and Lecter, but I want to find out what I am on my own terms. I don't like the idea of the Black Workshop controlling what I do and don't know. Even if it means going against Gramps, I'm a member of Class 7 till the end. I'm more than just the Black Workshop's OZ-73, the Ironblood's White Rabbit, and an agent of the Intelligence Division. Rean, Eustace, Elisa, Emma, Fee, Laura, Elliot, Machias, Gaius, Sarah, all you guys. When I cried for the first time, it was all of you who held me close. I'll always put you, my friends, first.
Milliam.
I see.
I swear. I think that caught us all off guard.
I had no idea you felt that way about us.
You may not have grown much physically, but you've definitely done a lot of growing on the inside.
Agreed. In that sense, I think it's safe to say you grew the most out of any of us.
True, but she also had the longest distance to travel, just like Altina.
I suppose we needn't worry about you anymore.
It was silly of us to doubt her after all this time.
you guys just can't resist the chance for an inspirational speech, can you?
I said it a million times, that's what heroes do. Cringy speeches and sappy moments all the time.
Well, now that you've decided what to do, you guys seem more determined than ever. For your more immediate plans, what are you all going to be up to tomorrow?
The new Class 7 and I will continue with our special ops missions. I think it's especially important we capture the Calvardian agents.
At least a couple more, because if there are really 100 in Heimdall and we only caught 3, that's not good.
I agree.
If we let them roam free, whatever they do could be used as an excuse to start a war.
Yep, just like how Celtic was used to start the Northern War.
I'll continue playing my shows around the city and gather information.
I'll come with you and see what I can find too.
I'll keep following Grandfather and hit up some contacts of mine for info.
Celine and I will continue to investigate the spirit veins around Heimdall.
So the plan's for everyone to gather info, and then we'll all meet up and share notes, yeah?
Yes. Let's stay in contact and be ready to move at a moment's notice.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Look at you. You're all so reliable now. But it's getting a bit late. How about we call it a night? I'll set up a call with everyone early tomorrow morning, and we can talk about our plans in more detail.
Yeah, sounds good. Get some good rest tonight, everyone.
Are you two racer types gonna stay here for the night?
Mm-hmm. There are beds on the second floor.
I'll be sleeping at home for the first time in a while. I assume the same can be said of you, Elliot?
Yeah, I called my sister. Gaius will be staying with us tonight.
Thanks again. I appreciate the hospitality.
Trust me, I think guys would have no problem finding a place to sleep in Heimdall. Too many friendly locations.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We have yet to discuss your situation, Gaius.
Thank you, Eustace. Thank you.
That's right.
We were unable to contact you for nearly half a year.
You were somewhere outside the country, right?
Yes, but it's quite the tale, so it may be better to leave for next time.
Ah, come on, Gaius. We've been waiting for this. I'm so damn curious.
We're gonna meet up again before too long, so I'll tell you then.
Ah, you better not cop out this time, really. Because I'll hunt you down.
True.
I guess it wouldn't be fair if I heard it first, huh?
Oh, and I was wondering about that little blonde girl you mentioned seeing, Rean.
I was wondering about that myself.
You said she looked 10 years old. Could be a witch in training?
Well, that isn't right, but I guess it's not wrong either. She went missing and we've been looking all over for her. Sheesh, her and Vita both just wander wherever they want without telling us a thing. But whatever. I'm sure we'll have to introduce you to her soon.
Yes, definitely. But I'm getting the feeling that maybe not fully here in 3, but we still have an entire game left. After this, I think she will be an integral part in whatever is gonna come up. I don't know why, but that's how it feels.
Now I'm even more curious.
Got it. I'll be looking forward to it.
Well, still didn't pick anyone for the summer festival, but we still got 2 days, so there's time. Ooh, someone watching? Of course he was.
Something wrong?
No, just a nostalgic smell wafting around.
Yeah, trust me, I'm sure you, somewhere in your subconscious, wished you were there.
I understand what I am, and the situation I'm in.
Is that so?
Copper George?
Would it be selfish if I said I'd rather you hated me?
That question itself is completely pointless. Give me Albrecht's orders, Copper Georg. Tell me what role I'm supposed to play in tomorrow's act.
All right.
You can just outright say it. He just said that he knows what he is and what he's supposed to do, so there's no illusion that has to be kept up. That mask, I'm sure it plays for something, not just to hide his face, cause he's not hiding everything. Everybody can see that he's Crow. But there must be something to it. Maybe it empowers him. Maybe that's the reason why he's alive. Maybe that mask is keeping him alive. Maybe it's a form of control. I have no idea. I have so many theories about what it is. We will find out at some point. I can imagine that there will eventually be a fight between Rean and Azure Siegfried, and then with one slash he slices the mask in two and his face is revealed to be the one thing we already know it is, but we can also then figure out what the mask actually does. Can't wait for that moment.
No. Azure Siegfried.
And maybe the copper George like a color indication, just like Azure Siegfried. Let's see if we see other people from the Black Workshop's name pop up. Ooh, bigger groups of spies. Looks like there's no getting Lino back. Well, nothing we can do for him now. At least we don't need to worry about him leaking any info. Well, we're all set with the Heimdall Bank. We just need to hit the VIP area, right? But they're planning a huge sweep of the tunnels tomorrow, right? Yeah. They're going to declare martial law. They've got their 4th division here on standby, ready to go. But thanks to our Rendas, we should be able to wait out a storm. We'll just need to keep a close eye on these things and watch for our chance to escape. So they already know that much? A leak or a listening device we haven't found? Or both? What is this place? Wait, I see grass. A summon might appear? One of Heimdall's underground crypts from the Dark Ages, I think. Red grass? Down here? Yeah, and we know what that means. There it is. Even more. Oh, it's definitely building up to a summon. Another knight? Another creature? What? This grass. Ooh, a bunch of Nosferatus. The hostile spirits? Activate your Ramdas. This should be no... Uh-oh. That's a lot of them, and memory serves they were really strong. We're surrounded. Oh, that's creepy.
Damned fools. I'm too late. Were that prodigal child with me, we might have dealt with this together. Between the gnomes and the snakes, there are too many plots in motion for me to stop on my own.
Then reveal yourself to Class 7. You know they will help you.
Perhaps I need to create more kin. The day Leanne spoke of is close at hand. If nothing else, I must settle matters from 200 years ago before then. I vow it on the name of the final true ancestor. The one that failed to die. Crimson Roselia.
Another color indicator? Yeah, it must have some meaning.
This is truly an honor.
Oh, closer and closer. Rank A it is.
Here, a reward.
The Rebellion Cross.
Good work out there.
Thank you. Monk's thank you gift arrived safely. And a Ben sticker. And new material. Rosine sent an updated copy of the Black Records. Vivi's thank you gift has arrived safely as well. A photo of Vivi and Linde. Power droplets. Yeah, we might as well give it a save. And shall we push on a little bit longer? I feel like events are moving along quicker in Chapter 4 so far. But it could just be my feeling that the game is a pretty long story and it's building up to something really big. Yeah, it looks like everybody's here now. After we captured those 3 agents yesterday, the rest of them seem to have become even more wary. Our reports say that a large number of them have collected their listening equipment and entered the underground tunnels. Yeah, soon as the summer festival starts up, we're gonna lose them all in a swarm of tourists. It sucks, but the only way we're gonna avoid that is by using martial law and the Imperial Army. But if we bring the army into it, it will no longer matter whether the agents are dead or alive. We need to consider international opinion too, not to mention it would cause the citizens to panic right before the summer festival. I'd much prefer to settle this with the rest than with tanks. Agreed. Well, working with the main campus and the guild, we'll snatch them up one way or another. The entire branch campus will unite to take care of this crisis. Thank you. I thank you for your support as well, Lady Le Guin, Professor Smith. I've also sent a few new special requests I'd like you to take a look at later. Understood. Oh, please contact us if anything comes up. I certainly will, thank you. Alright, let's go over our plans. As of this morning, the Professor's communication wave amplifiers have been sent to both the main campus and the guild. First off, Orlando's team and mine will split up and go down the unexplored tunnels in the west side of Heimdall. There we will set up the communication network while we hunt down and dispose of the Republic's agents. Arresting. We're arresting them. Well, if a few just happen to fall over and die, it's just casualties of war. Well, it seems like they got some crazy new gear called Ramda. However, it appears it's only been recently developed, so they've not yet mastered its use. If the General and Orlando are in the field, I'm certain a platoon or two will be no issue. True, but on the flip side, if they got any more guys than that, there's no guarantee you'll survive. Oh, I suppose I won't hold back then. The safety of the students should be our top priority. So please try and make sure you arrest the agents. Thank you for contacting us, Major Arendelle. If there's any further movement, please let us know. You got it. Well, good luck everyone. With this operation and with Class 7's new and old. Yeah, he's not stupid. While we're on that subject, you got to talk about lots of things yesterday, didn't you? Yeah, what are your friends gonna be doing? Well, they split up across the city to gather up information. They might have found something, so if we run into any of them, we should check in. Got it. So we'll be patrolling the entire city. Well, we need to determine where the angels are headed somehow. Alright. Day 2 of our field exercises has begun, so let's get to it. Our time limit is 4 PM. If the agents are not apprehended by then, martial law will be invoked. We will have results by then. The sirens won't be ringing today. Yes, ma'am. I do hope we get all of them, but it's gonna be a really tall order. This seems pretty serious. Well, we're up against Calvert's special forces, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yes, Principal Aurelia and Instructor Randolph are both very experienced. Tita's orbital gear will finally be deployed in actual battle as well. Well, I'm glad we participated in the testing. Looks like it'll be fun. But so does patrolling the city. Well, let's check the request. Ooh, all semi-required. So there's going to be a main thing besides this that we need to do, and these are semi-optional. St. Estrella's distress. The students at St. Estrella's school have been facing a rather serious issue. We are too short-handed to deal with it ourselves, and would like us for help. Please meet with the girls' school student council president for more details. Oh, we're definitely going to do that. Expensive delivery. The Heimdall airport received a package with no address on it. Might be asked for your help? Please contact Simmons in the airport cargo department for more details. And the Heimdall tunnel monster. A dangerous monster has appeared beneath Heimdall. We at City Hall request the monster's extermination. The monster, a Mega Kraken. Location, Heimdall Underground Passage. Notice, Western Heimdall. If you can spare the time, patrol the Heimdall Airport and the Carroll Imperial Villa. A request from the girls' school. And patrolling the Heimdall Airport. Oh, it seemed like we should go to Carroll Imperial Villa as well. Yeah, we may find some clues there. Taking into account the 2 places we didn't check yesterday, we'll need to patrol every block. Alright, let's begin the second day of our special operation missions. Yes, sir. Ooh, the rounds are gonna be big on this one. We will have every place in Heimdall to look to. Requests for the second day of field exercises are all semi-required requests. You will be able to progress the story once you've completed at least 2 of these requests. And we're gonna do all of them, so don't worry about that. And hopefully we can still deliver the legendary recipe. Yeah, it's on the short, so we do have to deliver it today. So we still got like 5 minutes left. No, let's just do at least the train, because we have to do so many things for our rounds. We're gonna be busy for a bit. Oh, Celestine, I didn't know you were here. I heard about what happened last night over the comms. When I heard that the other members of the staff were planning on attending the matters at this field access camp, I knew I couldn't sit idle. Even when you won't be able to join us in battle, your presence here is... well, I'm afraid I don't have the words. I've got a couple. Reassuring, comforting, much appreciated. You flatter me, truly. For what's worth, I'll be working with Toa in facilitating communications. If there's anything you need, merely say the word and I will oblige as best as I can. Oh, we will. Thank you so much. Now that we've established our cross-unit communications, we may begin whenever you like. I will connect everyone in Class 7 to the appropriate teams. If you need anything while on patrol, please let me know. Very comforting to know that Celestine is here, because he's very capable. Now I'll leave the information of the squads up to Principal Le Guin. Phew, I'm glad the students have Orlando and the principal there to lead them. They've contributed so much to the branch campus already, but I'm relieved we can rely on them for this as well. Yeah, and they are in most capable hands, that's for sure. Oh, Class 7! Are any of you hurt? Linde, you came! Well, here comes the cavalry. Medical team must have called in some backup. Oh, you're right. We're here to attend to the injured. There are just so many unknowns right now. We were worried that lots of people might be hurt. Stay on your toes, everyone, and if you do need medical attention, don't be afraid to speak up. Will do. I'll be standing by here, so please stop by whenever you need me. I might not be able to join you in combat, but just know that I'm here to support you. Please, let me know if you need anything.
Let me know what you need.
I'm just curious to see what interesting things you have. Still pretty decent, normal stuff.
Come again anytime.
Oh, we'll come by as much as we can.
How refreshing.
And as always, we cannot let a day go by without taking a shower. Yeah, most people are aside, so it shouldn't be too busy in here. Yo, I heard things kicked off. Becky, you came to help out at the field exercise camp, huh? Aye, don't have it in me to stay put at times like this. Honestly though, martial law, trust Calvet to push the government this far. Anyway, I've taken over management of the material for the branch campus students. Okay, geez, I shout if you need anything at all. Of course, thank you. We will check our equipment just in case. Honestly, I didn't expect things to end up like this when we decided to come along for the summer festival. Checking up on Kleist & Co. can wait for now. Feels like anything could go down now, so you guys need to be prepared.
Use a shout and I'll get you what you need.
That we definitely need to. Okay, Mishi.
Hope to see you again. Alright there.
Alright. So all the gear is in here. So I think we got, well, all 3rd level stuff. The rest you should just get at the places they are acquired.
Hope to see you again.
Yeah, the things I'm most curious for is the watches and the Mishi. The Mishi mainly for the evade. I don't think it's going to be greater evade-wise than Evergreen, but the additional stats would definitely make it interesting for Kurt to wear. And it looks like he's been put in our party. I don't mind that. I really don't mind that. Just have to check up on the linkage in between episodes. But let's finish up the train before we call the episode for today. Hey, Class 7. Sounds like you're in a real pickle. Well, I didn't expect you to be here too, Mint. It's a relief to have the person in charge of maintaining Velamar and the Panzer soldiers here with us. Well, I just hope your assistance doesn't become necessary. Well, I wish I could reassure you, but we always have to do our part, no matter what happens. And my part is maintenance. I'll make sure everything is ready to roll out. Well, we couldn't do it without you, Mint. I'm worried about Angelica and George, but I just need to focus on what I can change. So, leave all your maintenance to me. I'll make sure everything is in tip-top shape. Yeah, very, very reassuring. And I genuinely mean that.
Huh? Tunnel ready. Alrighty, let's begin.
Yeah, we still need to make this one. We should. Yeah, we have more than enough material now. I would love to replenish this to 10 repair stones just to have it in our list, because it is really useful though in case of an emergency. We might as well, because there's no immediate necessity for you materials other than creating our own little things we want. And these are all okay. Should be fine.
I mentioned to get started.
See if there's anything increasingly interesting. It's still level 3, so it's not like there's a new level 4 that we need to implement. I think there's like a 2 or 3 we can change to our current build.
See you later.
Yeah, I think just like before, I think our build right now is pretty decent. It is getting us through the fight that we need to. And I think once we reach the next chapter, which will probably be the last chapter, because I'm assuming it's going to be the same as the previous Cold Steel, then we'll do our final build and adjust things. Like really focus on getting Kurt's evade, Muse's speed, ATS with Altina, CP generation with Rean, or whoever we want to do that with. So yeah, we've got ideas. The sensation. Do you feel something, Velamar? You mentioned that Emma told you the spirits have been active. The sensation is familiar to me, though from what I cannot recall. Well, that sounds kinda ominous. I apologize. I wish I could provide you with more information. No, it's fine. We appreciate the warning. Either way, we'll be on high alert. Velamar, please be ready for anything. Indeed, I will be prepared to move at a moment's notice. This sensation is undoubtedly familiar to me, but in any event, I will be prepared to move at a moment's notice. Appreciate it. Alright, that is the entire train done, and I think I will leave that big old group for the next time, just before we leave for Heimdall and our surrounding areas. What does the map actually say? Nothing. We need to get out of here first. Okay, so how we build up our entire route? For now, we're gonna keep it simple, going from top to bottom, and depending on how the mandatory quests are settled, which are said to be opening up after 2 semi-required quests, they will determine the order of every region we're gonna do. Just like always, the most important thing is we will go everywhere and talk to everyone. There could be hidden quests. There could be items we need to complete our connection. But for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. Because we have to do our biggest roundup so far in Heimdall. And see if we can help anybody around. So until then, bye bye.